up, y'all? It's your boy King Churro.
And it's your boy King Cushy.
And this is the Kings of Troof podcast. First ever. First recording. And yeah. Long time waiting for this shit.
I'm about to say it's been a while. We've been waiting for this.
Yeah, man. You know, the first topic I wanted to bring up, because, you know, obviously you can see one of us is black and the other one's not. But you know, and you've heard me say it many times, but I'm not really, you know what I mean? It's more of a fucking comfort. And which you always feel comfortable, but whatever. The word nigga. Is that an issue for people like me?
No. I mean, it's people would say, oh, if you're not black, you can't say it. But let's just be honest, our words were invented to where the word nigger didn't offend us. And we started saying nigga to each other. I mean, I got friends back home, Latino, all types of races say nigga. It don't really matter to me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's not one of the things when you say nigga, I'm be like, what?
Yeah.
And some people gonna be like, he's not allowed to say it. Them people is insecure with themselves. Because at the end of the day, that people say nigga. That's just a common thing, man.
Yeah. No, I wanted to bring that up because, like I said, sometimes like, nigga, you know. But you know, like I said, with you and I, like we're brothers. Like you know, there's nothing nothing that I can say that's gonna offend you, and vice versa. That's how we've always been since you hired me to fucking sell weed. So, you know what I mean. That's just how our fucking and I probably shouldn't curse as much on that. But this is
I'm gonna be cussing too, so we're gonna let it fly.
Yeah, but I just feel like that's that had to be something I had to start it off with, because at the end of the day, like as I said, I can say whatever I can say and or whatever I want to say, and I know you won't get offended, but I don't want to tip the fucking scale, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you don't want to get that to that, but man,
it's like if you mad at somebody, like if you mad at somebody and you say the ER, then they sound racist, but really not. Nigga is a noun. It's a person, place, or a thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can always say it in different ways and shit. So it don't matter.
But what's crazy is I go to these. You know how I work at the school district, so I go to especially the middle schools, and all I hear, I'm like, I hear nigga, what up nigga, what up nigga. I'm like, and I look back, I'm like, where the black people at? Ain't no black people here saying nigga. It's all Mexicans, man. All these Mexican kids like, this nigga, what a nigga. What the fuck? So that's why, like, then I was actually gonna, because one of my, my YouTube channel, there's one person that has to say something about me all the time. They always had that one negative comment. And that person, when I had made that thing about how Max Crosby supposedly slipped, he let it slip out of his mouth as he's lip syncing to one of the rap songs he's listening to after a game, right? And they said, oh, he slipped the word nigga. I'm like, okay, well, it's part of the fucking rap song. I don't understand like what the big deal is and shit. Just because he's white, he's like, you're gonna fucking hold that against him. It's not like he's going around to everybody, whoa, what up, my nigga, what up, my, what I mean. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I can see a bunch of fucking Mexicans and they're allowed to say it, what the hell?
How did that pop up?
I don't know, but my window got bigger.
That motherfucker said.
And then it went back down.
He said, nigga, you're doing great.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, seen that shit, so I'm like, so I was going to make a video because that person had made a comment, said, Churro, you're Filipino, you can't say the N-word. I'm just like, first of all, who the fuck are you? Secondly, if my people, if you're saying it's okay, and I've had several people, other people say it too, like, as long as it's in good context, it's not like you're coming down on somebody, oh you're a filthy nigga or whatever, like, then I can take it that way. But again, it's not something I say every fucking day, or it's not something I say all the time. But sometimes it's just nigga.
But also, they gotta keep in mind where you grew up at. The
Yeah.
People got to remember that you didn't grow up in the suburbs, man. You didn't
Yeah.
grow up in a metro environment. You grew up in the ghetto.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and I'm not from, I live in India. I'm not from India. From, originally from Inglewood. So, but even then, like, you know, growing up too, I heard my dad sometimes. We get to it's Century and basically going to before Costco was Costco. It was Price Club back
yeah,
then in
yeah.
Inglewood, and I swear to God, my dad, he's like, lock the doors. Because it wasn't just because it's black people, it's homeless people. You know what I mean? People are getting snatched out of their cars. This is the 90s, you know what I mean? So it's lock the doors. But no. So anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest, man, and make that so that way we set our precedents. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, this is our podcast right here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care what nobody like. Only person that probably can't say is DJ Khaled. Because remember when you go back to his old songs, he was saying them for no, we the best nigga. And it was like, why you put 14 G's in there, man?
Yeah.
And no, and it's like he just saying it just to throw it out there. But even then, nobody really cared until somebody was like, it ain't fair if DJ Khaled can say it and I can't say it. And then after that, he stopped saying it.
Yeah, it's funny. I listen to the sometimes I'll be at work and listen to Pandora, and I'll put on the Beat Nuts or just back in the 90s. So Beat Nuts, you know who Beat Nuts are.
Yeah.
But if they don't know who the Beat Nuts are, they're basically a Puerto Rican group, right? They're a rap group. They associate themselves with Fat Joe, Terror Squad, and so on and so forth. And they all say it too. Fat Joe, almost all of his songs, he has a nigga in it. But it's like you look at Fat Joe, he's whiter than white. Even though he's Puerto Rican or whatever, he's whiter than white. If you want to use skin color, and so if you can excuse Fat Joe, you should be able to excuse a lot of other people.
If you're gonna excuse it, you gotta excuse everybody. Everybody in Africa ain't no nigga. And everybody, just because you Dominican don't mean you a nigga. So it's still something that people still say because they got darker skin.
Yeah. But
really, it's just the American people. Like I said, it was created so when someone called you a nigger, you didn't get offended. So everybody started calling each other nigga. Hey, nigga, what's up? And then it's not supposed to offend you. It's supposed to be something where you could just brush off your shoulder.
Yeah, yeah. It was like I texted you yesterday. I was watching that Woke Folk by Cat Williams on Netflix, and he was talking about white people. You need to give black people reparations. And it's like, if you did that, you can say nigga anytime you want.
Hey, that's gonna help the economy. Give us all $20 million. You're gonna spend it all. You know it.
He's like, you know how much more greater American could be.
He said a lot of funny things in that comedy, man.
Yeah, that show was hilarious, bro. And then because me and Johnny had just gone to breakfast, we went to Sloan's. We missed it, Sloan's, bro. But
I said Sloan's make some good ass breakfast, but them portions is just. Yeah, big too. Yeah. I can never finish the omelet. I can never finish one.
And he's still doing what you're doing. He leaves off the gravy. Orders the one with the gravy on it, but then leaves out the gravy. And I was like, just create your own omelet, bro, because he just wants all the meat in it and stuff,
Yeah, and he's still putting all that salt on it.
Yeah, no, the black pepper.
Black pepper, black pepper. Johnny put so much black pepper on there. That shit, you might as well just put hot sauce.
You might as well just open up the damn lid on the pepper and just leave it on there. Like, extra omelet, please.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. But so we were sitting here and I'm watching Woke Folk, and this motherfucker just falls right asleep on the couch, and so I'm like listening to Cat Williams, but at the same time I'm listening to this motherfucker like in my ear, fucking. I'm like, God damn. Over an omelet that you didn't even eat the whole thing?
You got the itis. You get that itis.
Yeah.
You get full, fat and full. You ready to go to sleep.
There too, they have those big ass pancakes, and then they got the biscuits and gravy, and oh man, I'm hungry now. Shit.
I'm talking about it. I want some Salons right now too.
Oh man. But yeah, man. So a lot of shit is going on, and this podcast is all about a lot of the current events that's going on. I know you got a lot of shit on your mind. I've got a lot of shit on my mind. I've been doing videos lately on the whole Israel Palestine, how these college students are just like taking over the colleges, and I don't give a shit regardless of Israel or Palestine. Like fuck them. That's not us. That's not our business. But at the end of the day, if you got college students taking over universities and colleges and acting like, oh, the college got to do something. Like the college ain't got to do shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not understanding why these young Americans want to be out there, and half them aren't even in that college. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You look at UCLA. Half them people that were protesting weren't even UCLA students. They were just there.
And it's kind of messing up graduations too. Some people they work hard
Yeah.
to get their degrees, and now they can't walk across the stage, dude. But if it's a peaceful protest, I mean, it's peaceful, it's cool. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with protesting.
UCLA, they were getting into I mean, they were getting to full on fights, beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, see that right there, you can't. That's not a peaceful protest.
Yeah,
Just that's gonna turn every protest into something negative.
Yeah, so in my last video I had posted, I said, UCLA, along with all the other universities and colleges, are all gun-free zones. Just leave anybody who's against these protests, just stay out of it. Just drop a bunch of napalm and see these motherfuckers fly, run around burnt up and shit. Honestly, at the end of the day, I mean, if you're not there to fucking go to college, if you're not there to utilize, the colleges and universities the way they're supposed to be utilized, to get an education and graduate and do better things in life, if you're not there to do that, then what the fuck are you there for?
Yeah, you can protest downtown. You ain't got to go to the college to protest because that college had nothing. And first of all, like I said, majority of America, we ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean,
exactly.
And we know, because you've been in war, you understand there's casualties at war. There's things at war that don't get brought up. And if some, people find out, they'll discuss them, and they need to realize there's certain things at war. Why you think we have people come back with no arms, no legs?
Yeah, well, at the same time, too, when they're talking about Palestine, they're only talking about the Gaza Strip, when Palestine is actually it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing around it. That's what, I mean, if you look at a person from Jordan, Jordanians are also they consider themselves Palestinian. People from Yemen, they consider themselves Palestinian. So a lot of people, we look at the map and you don't see Palestine anywhere on the map. But the thing is that region that they're in, that's called Palestine. But the whole thing too is, if you look at it, it always sees from the outside in, right? So we're looking at what's going on as far as Israel and Palestine, but in reality, it's Israel versus Hamas, which is the terrorist organization that has taken control of Palestine. But then on the other side, you have Iran and Israel going back and forth, and it's just there's never been peace in the Middle East. It's just ongoing from thousands of years.
And that's weird because notice most Middle East people that you meet is not aggressive. Like, you ever notice that
they're the nicest fucking people here, bro?
Yeah, they're some of the coolest people. Yeah. Very nice. They are not aggressive at all.
Nope. They own businesses. They own a majority of all the smoke shops that we have here in California.
Gas stations and liquor stores. Yeah. And I got some people from Middle East, and they the coolest, chillest person, man. They just don't like drama. They don't like the negativeness. They always positive. They're religious, very religious.
Yeah. And the reason why majority of them are here is because to escape the shit that they're having over there in the Middle East. The reason why they're here, like the ones that say they're Persian, like Jake, I'm Persian. Like, no, you're not Persian, bro. You're white. Shut the fuck up. But Persians, they call themselves Persians because of the Persian Empire before but they're basically Iranian, right? And they escaped the Iranian government by coming to the United States. So, a lot of them still have that passion where they, because they have family and whatnot in Iran. So when something pops off, of course, they're here talking about it. But the way I'm looking, I'm like, why are you here, talking about it when you should be in Iran or you should be in Gaza? You should be, you should go over there and do this shit. And all these gays with gays for Palestine, queers for Palestine. Take your ass to Gaza Strip, bro.
That's more and it's funny because that's somewhat against their religion too. But at the same time, there's gays everywhere. So you can't sit here and say it's a bad thing. They just have to accept it. Like, hey, you know how it is. If you like a man, that's you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do at the end of the day. Like, I care about your personality, who you is as a person. I don't really care about what you do at the end of the day.
Exactly. I don't care either. As long as you're treating people, with respect. If you're, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. It's like there's nothing we can do about that. But then that's why I don't fuck with you if you're an asshole. You know what I mean? And only assholes I fuck with are me and you, and Johnny and people like us that like we're friends with. But I mean, if I don't know who the fuck you are, you better you don't come at me with disrespect right off the bat. Like I'm cool.
We're joking assholes. We just don't go out here be assholes to people for no damn reason.
Yeah.
There's people that just asshole to people.
Like we don't walk around with self entitlement expecting people to respect us right off the bat. Like it is what it is. You can respect me, don't respect me, but I'm gonna show you some respect that we turn around and we're at mutual agreement here.
I just prefer you not to talk to me. Just leave me the hell alone because at the end of the day, I ain't come here to bother you. Yeah. I don't need you bothering me. I just go about your day. I go about mine. But if you say something, I'm gonna get on your ass in a heartbeat, and then it is what it is after that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like that's how we create these new friendships. That's how we create. Like if you can be an asshole to me, but if you you mean well by it, then it's like I have no other choice but to say, all right, we're cool. But I mean, that's how let's say like you and I meshed from day one because we realized that we're both assholes and just,
even as your boss, I couldn't tell. It don't matter what happened. You say something to me, I got something to say. I say something to you, you got something to say. At the end of the day, 2 minutes later, we was going right back to joking and having fun. It didn't offend nobody. Nowadays, everybody get easily offended. I don't like your shoes. Oh my gosh, she said you don't like my shoes. Yeah, and it's like it's all right, man.
No, it offended a lot of people. It just we didn't give a fuck about other people. That's just what it came down to. I mean, then the people we did give a fuck about, we don't give a fuck about no more.
Nah, because I could have, like you said, I noticed that after you left, it really was just Johnny I couldn't joke with. Johnny walked down, slide that leg, Johnny, slide that leg, and some people say, oh my gosh, he just said, but why would you say that to him? I'm like, shit, that's Johnny. Johnny gonna say some shit to me too. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna get offended. I'm gonna laugh and be like, I'll get you back. When it's time, I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah. I mean, and Johnny is not disabled, he's just slow. It's like he's a fucking Snorlax or whatever you call him fuckers, but the thing about it is, I remember, what's his name? That one guy that would infuse fucking joints.
Which one?
Curio. What's his fucking Rob?
Rob? You talking about Rob? Yeah. That from Crew? Rob?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he one time he actually talked to me. He was like, I don't know why I hate you so much, but it's because you say shit and it's the shit that I want to say. I'm like, well then fucking say it. Like, why are you holding yourself back?
Technically, yeah. Well, he came off already wrong to a lot of people, so it was like. But also, they did bring up his. Remember, they brought up his past at work. That was years ago.
I wasn't there yet.
Okay, so one of his boss from his old job came and brought the newspaper story about Rob. So right then and there, he was trying to be nice and cool with everybody. Then when they brought that up, everybody was like, I don't mess with him. He did this. And it's like, hey, man, he didn't get charged with it. All allegations, you know.
Yeah.
You can Google his name and no court case, no nothing's going to come up. So it's like you can't sit here and say anything. I mean, that's what happens when you go to court. Some people, you get a DUI. If you beat the case, you beat the case.
Yeah.
People get into fights. If they beat the case, they beat the case. If they don't, they don't. But they just start acting funny towards him. And he became an asshole. And when you got hired, you was just you already.
Yeah.
And he ain't know how to handle it, which is true. You're a grown man. And we all, well, he was too. We all grown. And it's funny because it's like we're all grown and we all communicate with each other. And it's like that was cool with me because I was like, hey man, if you don't like him, okay, cool. Ray ain't gonna stop saying what he gonna say. And I feel like everybody should say how they want to say. If you say what's on your mind,
Yeah.
they ain't gotta hold back. That makes it better. Back in the days, I think the '90s and the '80s was worse. They said what was on their mind.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
But like
yeah.
I think
It's no filter.
nah.
There's no reason.
Also,
to filter.
I think people should go to New York. New York people to me, it's like the fucking rudest people to me. New York people be straight up, hey yo B, the fucking shoes you got on is dumb as hell, yo. I don't like your t-shirt. It's like, bro, I don't even know you. You just saying shit to me. I don't even know who you are, man. And just like I'm like, at least they express themselves.
Yeah, yeah. But and then that's the thing too is like we were just talking about recently, like how all these people that we were cool with at the shop are suddenly not cool with us no more. You were there. You were there. I mean, before you left, you know, it was all Nick. Sorry, Kushy. But no, there was all, you know, and I remember back then. I remember one time you were off from work or you were spending time with the kids, and it was a Friday, and fuck it, I'm gonna say her name. Jessica was like, "Hey, call Nick. We need lunch."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "How you gonna call this motherfucker on his fucking day off with his kids because you want lunch on a Friday?" Because remember, you used to buy lunch every week.
Yeah. Everywhere I went, I bought people lunch. I just felt like that was just bringing up employee morale.
Yeah. And then I'm like, when someone's not there, you want to say everything under the sun, but when they're there, you ain't got shit to say.
Mm-mm.
And that right there pissed me off.
I mean, they still do that to this day. They gon' people they ain't gonna say nothing in your face.
They're gonna see this too, and then they were like, oh,
man, I don't give a damn because
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They don't want the smoke in front of them, but when they look what they're saying. Look, I'm like, yeah, well, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you.
They don't want that whole store vibe. They don't want me to get on here and start talking because then I'll start saying things and people just gonna be upset and offended. But I'm not gonna do it. But if they want that smoke, they'll get it. The Kings of Truth to tell them. We'll tell the truth.
Yes, sir. That's why we are the Kings of Truth.
We'll let them know. I tell the truth. I know everybody's secrets. I know what everybody said about everybody. Just because I'm not saying it don't mean, I address it. I wait.
We should do an episode like that where you're just saying it right, but don't put names in it. And then they have them guessing like, hey, who's this? Who's that there? Who's?
Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out.
And also bring up people who don't work there no more.
We could do that now. I really don't give a damn about that.
I'm saying then that would keep guessing like, wait, who's this? Who's he talking about?
Because it's. I did the math. I think it was like in the 2 years that I was there, 45 people. I went through 45 people, and some people seem to forget about some of the other people. So it's like they don't even. If I say something, they'll be like, "Who was that?" You're right. Who was that? And I know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that. But I had 5 shops, so it's kind of hard. I'll start bringing up stuff at every shop. I'll start bringing up people you probably won't even know.
Fuck it. I mean, I don't have to know everybody. I ain't. Yeah. Remember, I was only there for what, less than a year.
Yeah, man. I got some stories from other shops. Like before it became legal, I ran 22 shops at one time. So I got stories like from other shops that went on too, man.
Yeah.
That I said one of the stories. I called my security guard sucking toes outside.
Sucking what?
Sucking toes. He was infatuated with toes, and so one day there was this lady that came in, and he was like, "You got beautiful toes, and this. Can I suck them?" And I was inside, and I'm looking at the camera. I'm like, I know good goddamn well he ain't got no toes in his mouth, man. So I go outside. What the hell you doing? And he was taller and bigger than me. He was like 6'7", 320.
What?
Man, I got so many
What
stories.
was, wait, where was this at that he was doing this?
We was in La Mesa, California. We had our shop in La Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
We was in La Mesa. We had like just opened up. We only been open for like 2 months.
Okay.
And he just did that. He just did it. He was my homeboy's mom boyfriend. So she asked me to get him a job. I got him a job. I had to go break the news. Like, buddy, hey man, he was let me kissing that man. He was out here sucking random toes, just random feet. So, so I got story for days, bro. I got so much stories. I'll tell you about one guy. I had this one guy. He said, "You know how I am when you first come to work. Don't come to work and run straight to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You knew you had the shit before you got here."
Yeah.
The Jake effect. You know, I had a guy. Every time you gave him a delivery, he come running back to use the bathroom. Right. So he'll always go to Starbucks and get like 8 espresso shots and get 2. So he'll get total of 16, but he'll get 8 and 8. So one day he came back knocking, boom, 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 boom. I gotta use the bathroom. And I was on the other side, like, me don't live here. Me don't know who you is. He just, come on, Nick, open the door, man. I gotta use the bathroom. I was like, no. All I heard was, oh shit. Oh shit. And I was like, oh shit. I gotta go home, man. I gotta go home real quick. And that man shitted on himself. I was like, he came back, he was like, you a fucking asshole, Nick. This. I was like, well, I don't think you need 16 espresso shots in the morning, my boy. You just ain't that much coffee in the world to wake you up.
Like. I mean, fuck. Remember when I used to bring us a double torture and I only had 6 shots and that shit was like, too much.
Man, you ain't lying. I'd never do that again with you. I was wired. I cleaned the whole damn store. I'm mopping and sweeping. I mopped 2 times that day. I said, I ain't messing with
it. That one time when Vinny got back from his little leave.
Oh, he had his baby.
And I brought him a double torture. He's like, ooh, this is too much. He couldn't drink the whole thing.
Nah, you be wired. You drink that coffee, next thing you know, you run around like this. It's like, Ray, I don't know how you can drink this. You like, yeah, it gets me up. I'm like, oh, damn, it's gonna wake you up. If you got a hangover, get that. It's gonna wake you up.
Yeah. Oh man, I love them double tortures. You know what? You know how I used to order everything sugar free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, because I realized why yours is always darker than mine. It's not because your skin color. It's because it was actually chocolate milk, and then the 6 shots of espresso, and then the mocha flavor and whatever. So now I ordered like, well, let me get sugar free syrups, but I want the chocolate milk. So it's still not completely sugar free. I still got the chocolate milk in it, but the syrups are sugar free.
Yeah, okay. Dutch Bros, bro. That was the first time me having when I went to Palm Desert. When we went there, that's the first time me having Dutch Bros.
Yeah.
I think the closest one here is Lake Elsinore.
Yeah. Well, didn't you just tell me like in San Diego too? Y'all had them up there?
Yeah, we had them in the rich areas. They ain't have them in
You saw Starbucks in the ghetto area.
Yeah, only it barely is. I think it's 1 Starbucks, 1 or 2 Starbucks.
It's like we just had Coffee Bean.
Yeah, we just had the gas station. That's where you got your coffee from.
Oh man.
Yeah, you ain't going no Start. I think they just put a Starbucks by my dad's house like 2-3 years ago.
We got shout out to Nick Cannon. Get y'all a Dutch Bros in the hood. He from Southeast.
Yeah.
Southeast. He even got tatted on his arm and everything. He need to put some money out there.
He from 4-5 Park. Nick Cannon grew up in apartments by 4-5 Park, and then he says I think his grandma lived in Spring Valley or something like that. But yeah, his family. I still run into some of his family members. Yeah. Nick Cannon from Southeast, but he was out there. I think when Nick Cannon was in Southeast. I think it was 99, 2000. I was like 10 or 12 years old. But my older brother, ran across him before when he was a kid.
Yeah,
because he was like he was at 4-5 Park with my cousin, and they ran across him, and he was like, I ain't never know dude was gonna be famous. I'm like, nah, yeah. No, you'll never know. Yeah. Because Jamie Foxx used to live in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx used to live in San Diego, and no one really he don't bring that up as much, but no one knows like where. I don't know where he stayed at, but I know he used to live in San Diego. I was like, that's dope.
That's before it became famous.
Before he became famous, yeah. He used to live in San Diego. I remember being a kid and Cedric Entertainer used to always do his comedy show downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, that's dope. Now you barely get comedians coming there that much.
Well, I mean, San Diego is your destination spot for nice beach. You know what I mean? Like your beachy weather.
Mm-hmm.
Your beachy little vacations and shit. Visit San Diego.
Yeah, they say it's one of the top tourist spot, like the visit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I lived. I was like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe could. I'm from the coast, so I'll be downtown 20th or 30th Street. Back when I was a kid, catching that trolley going downtown, you just see everything, and then the beach was cool. I mean, the beach is cool, Mission Valley, but you got PB, OB, Oceanside, La Jolla. La Jolla's coming up for like they restaurants, but they talking expensive restaurants.
I know a lot of people that leave here from the desert to go to La Jolla for a week. So
yeah. I want to go to La Jolla. That's just me, because La Jolla Beach is not that big.
Yeah.
So it's like parking is always hard at La Jolla, but Mission Beach, OB, PB, like OB and PB got little bars off to the side, little restaurants, so you can eat and still hit the beach up and have fun.
So for people watching this, don't know what the fuck you're talking about with OB and PB, why don't you go in?
Ocean Beach and Pacific Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, you got Mission Beach, Ocean Beach, Pacific Beach, La Jolla, Oceanside. You still got San Isidro, the beach out there by San Isidro. Oh, Imperial Beach. But that's more if you're really from California,
Yeah.
I give everybody a hint. If you're going to Mexico, park at San Isidro, pay $20, and then walk across the border in a cab 5. You can do whatever you want. Because if you're driving back, that line, that's like a 4 or 5 hour wait in that line just to get back.
There you go. There's a tip right there for y'all. Park your ass at San Isidro Beach.
By the outlets, park at San Isidro by the outlets, because they got a little parking structure, and then just walk over
for $20 a day.
Yeah, $20, you good. Then the cab was only like $5, so you good. You can move around, and
shit gets cheaper when you cross that border. Huh?
Man, you ain't lying. As soon as you get over there, $5 take you anywhere.
Yeah. Shit. But what was I saying? My wife has been wanting to go back to. She just wants to go to the beach. I don't want to take her to the beach at fucking Santa Monica. That shit's filthy. Even though I went to high school out there and all that, I'm like, no, there's no reason for it. There's too many transients, too many fucking tents in the middle of the street.
What about Newport?
I don't fuck with Orange County, bro.
Why not? I just started going to Orange. I used to go to Orange County back in the days. And when it was medical weed, and I used to go up the whole coast to see who had the best weed. But now it's like it's calm. It's real calm, and it's like you said, ain't too many transits. Yeah. But last time I went to Santa Monica, they was more relaxed because I was just smoking on the beach and the police didn't do a damn thing.
No, they ain't gonna do nothing. But again, for me, it's just like I don't know. It's just too many. For me, just too many transits walking around. Like I said, too many. I mean, when I grew up, there wasn't nobody pitching tents in the middle of the street. Now it's fucking everywhere you go to. Like in the median alone, there's like there'd be like tents all across the damn median. Like, there's no reason why there should be tents across the damn median, but it's a time we're living, man. California is just fucking.
Well, I believe. Okay, let's talk about that. That's something I want to talk about. I believe the economy has to move up. Minimum wage has to get higher in California because $16.50 and rent is $2,000.
Well, that's the thing. So the rent shouldn't be that high.
They have no rent. They voted no rent control, so you can't. You can't do nothing about that.
The thing about it is, you raise minimum wage. So what does that do for the jobs? It flushes them out. My thing is this: when you raise the fucking fast food workers, minimum wage to $20 an hour, all right? then it's like, so where are they supposed to go from that point? Because they're at that point they're gonna be capping out. No one's gonna fucking, people are one gonna go work for McDonald's, but then McDonald's themselves are not. They're already replacing cashiers with kiosks.
Yeah.
What more will they do? They'll probably come. I'm sure they're gonna come out with you just got one person doing the whole fry kitchen. You know what I mean? Nowadays they're making it to where you just have to put the burgers on the flat top and then put the cover over it, and it'll cook on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And humans are still fucking that up. You raise that shit to $20 an hour, and then your order, like I like to order the number 5, which is a 10-piece chicken McNugget combo, and then I'll get 2 McDoubles on the side. And for some reason, it go through the drive-through. I got my number 5, but my 2 McDoubles are on another bag. Not what I mean, and not in the same order. Like, how you gonna raise it to $20 an hour and still fuck up my order?
But hey, I ordered 3 Happy Meals the other day. Only 2 came. I was pissed. I was like, hey man, look, hey man, y'all should be reading the order. I just think overall, it has to be somebody double checking something before it goes to delivery. The Uber drivers, the Lyft, wherever they're doing, they need to do because it's already sealed, so they can't go in there and see.
Nope.
So I think like you need probably somebody to check to make sure the order is fulfilled before it goes out.
But I bet you they can come out with technology that'll make it happen.
Oh yeah. And, but you think about it, the restaurants got $20, but not the taco shops.
No, it's on. There's a certain parameter they gotta meet. So like imagine Panera Bread. Panera Bread is still fast food.
Yeah.
But Panera Bread, because they have a bakery attached to the restaurant, they're exempt from having to pay their employees $20 an hour.
That's crazy. And I feel like it should be across the board because I ain't gonna lie, I'm at a taco shop before. I'm stay at a taco shop before I go to McDonald's. I need a burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need something.
But here's the thing too: is if you look further into the report, right, or you look further into the issue. So, Panera Bread's exempt from the $20 an hour. What has been reported, and I'm not gonna say I have like firsthand knowledge of this shit, but what's been reported is that Gavin Newsom, our governor here in California, his one of his biggest donors owns like I think it's like 200 Panera Breads throughout Northern California, and so basically his biggest donor is exempt from having to pay his employees $20 an hour.
What's the people gotta understand what's the problem with paying somebody $20? I mean, you gotta survive. We know gas is crazy.
Yep.
5 is gonna when the summer hit, it's gonna be what, 6, damn near $7. Rent is crazy. Meat is getting crazy. I'm damn near about to go vegan where the price of meat is going. Like you everything's going up high, but you don't want to pay them. You pay them 16, they barely can get by.
Yeah. No, there needs to be a balance across the board, and not just the minimum wage, not just, rent control needs to be. I mean, why are you paying $3,500 for a 2-bedroom apartment?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the exact price because I own a house, but
me neither. Like, that's
yeah.
Okay, I would say the last house. I ain't gonna go back to the house. I'm gonna go back to the last apartment I rent. When I first moved in, it was $1,850 for 3 bedrooms, right? And that was in North Park off of Texas Street. It was $1,850. Then they went up to $2,250, and then they went up to $25. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy me a house. So it was like I'm not gonna pay this amount.
Yeah.
And then I went and rented. I rented another house in Mira Mesa, and when I rented a house in Mira Mesa, the rent was $2,150. And by the time we moved out, look back it up, they want $28. And it's like, damn, like y'all hiking them prices. That's a big jump. Y'all not going to $100, $200. Y'all going $500 to $700. And a job, what you gonna pay? Your whole check is gonna be on rent.
Yeah.
You need a car. You need a car in California to get around, unless you want to catch the trolley and Uber. That's still gonna eat your money up.
Yeah, I mean, city like San Diego, though, I think you have the public transportation is a lot more prevalent, whereas here in the desert, you're fucked.
I'm not gonna be standing out there in the desert.
In the hot
Gonna-
ass sun, and like half these fucking bus stops don't, they don't have like an overhead, like or an overhang or anything.
they
So
need that. They need some misters out there. They need.
yeah, all kinds of
It'd be
shit, man.
130. You'll be dead by the time the bus comes. Soon the bus comes,
You
you
pass
are.
out. You pass out in the bus because it's nice and cool inside the bus after
Yeah.
being in that hot ass heat. But no, and so yeah. No, I'd rather be waiting on a bus in San Diego than waiting on.
Now I know that's but
But
you could. I mean, what I like about San Diego, yeah. I mean, like Ubers, everything's all right there.
yeah,
Bus transportation, trolleys, you can get around in San Diego, but still, just it'll take you 2 hours. If you live somewhere and you trying to go to work, it's gonna take you about 2 hours just to get there because you
yeah,
got to stop.
but then that you're planning. I mean, I've done it before. So you're planning your day, right? All right, I gotta be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. That means I gotta be on a bus by, let's see, it's the next bus is 6:05. Then that's what you're hopping on. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're we have the luxury of having our own cars. You know what I mean? And for everything, that's just a luxury, right? It's a luxury to have your own house instead of paying X amount of rent. But at the end of the day, it's like there needs to be control across the board. Like, they need to control the rent. They need to control, if we're gonna raise the minimum wage, we need, because my biggest thing about the whole raising minimum wage is then everything pretty much goes up from that point. I
Mm-hmm.
know things are up high now, but what if we were able to control it to where it's not too high, so that way whatever you do make, you can still buy your food, you can still pay your rent, you can still pay your car, whatever the case might be. For a lot of single moms, they can pay for their, child care or whatever the case might be. Like, there has to be a balance, because that's just the only thing. Like right now, and that's what I'm saying, and I don't want to get political, but I'm going to. Your boy Joe Biden ain't doing shit.
Why he my boy?
That's your boy.
Why
That's your
he?
boy.
But first of all, where's Kamala Harris at? Since she been in the office, no one's seen her.
No,
Okay.
no, thank you. And that's the thing that gets me, is a lot of people, oh, congratulations, Madam President. Like, no, shut the fuck up. She's not no fucking president. She,
Mm-mm.
she sucked her way to the top. I mean, it just, to be honest with you though, I wouldn't mind being that one guy, that judge or whoever that was that she sucked off to get to her position. I mean,
Right. Right.
she's not that bad looking, bro.
Oh Lord, sometimes I worry about you. Ray said where she sucked up. Like, hey, sometimes you gotta suck your way to the top. All right.
I
Hey,
mean, just saying,
people doing it with Diddy.
she's
If you
not
gonna be right,
she not
listen.
hey, she not bad looking, but she just a dumbass. That's just all she is.
If you're gonna be vice president, that's a good position. You doing people doing it to Diddy just for a record deal, and they ain't getting no damn where.
Oh, speaking of Diddy, did you hear that? Was it 50 Cent? I think it was 50 Cent, and he was talking about Diddy. Diddy was blowing out Carl Winslow's back.
Bruh, from Family Man. Yeah, oh
Mm-hmm.
Lord. Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, the father from Family Matters? The Chicago PD?
But you think about it. Think about, his name was Reginald Vell Johnson.
Reginald, yeah.
If you think about it, right, he was very feminine.
Yeah.
If you think about it, from then take him away from Fan Matters, 'cause obviously he was trying to play a more masculine role then, but
That wasn't a masculine black man at all in that role. I ain't
no.
know a black man act like that at all.
So imagine that, he was very feminine. So, and what it was is, I guess after the whole ordeal, when Carl when Reginald left Diddy's house or whatever it was at, uh, Diddy comes out and says, "What is it? There's nothing better than a man who'll do anything for money," or some shit like that. I was like, "Damn, say it ain't so."
That sound fruity as hell. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. I remember like I remember it was somebody else that said something too. And what was her name? Jaguar Wright, I think it was. She said that one of his assistants said the same thing when he was like, the things I can make people do for money, that a man do for money is empowerment. It's like, no, it's not. Nah, that's
Not
just
like
your sexual.
not like that. You're gay. You're gay. It's just
Yeah,
what it comes down to,
like
bro.
Cat Williams said, just come, it's everybody need to be out the closet.
Yeah.
The world. It's the best time in the world.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares. Everyone did it just come out. It have been too many situations that people saying that just come out already. No one's judging you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, no one give a damn. We work with gay people. It didn't matter at all. You know, we work with lesbians. We work with all the. First of all, it's too many goddamn names. I'd be confused. I'm this. I'm pansexual. I'm asexual. It's just like.
What is it? What is it? He's like, if you like pots and pans,
If you like pots and pan, like you pansexual.
it's pansexual. He's like, man, take that picture down. Just kidding. Oh shit.
So really, it's just no one's live your life. You have
Yeah.
one life to live, man. You got one. Just do it. If Diddy want to do that, then damn go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but
I think it had to do with the sex trafficking allegations. That's what for Diddy. I mean, if you're
yeah,
gay, you're gay. And like I said, I don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I'm saying? And I think too, it has to do with a lot of people were just like, no, not Diddy, not Diddy. You know, people just can't believe it. You know what I mean? And my thing is this: I don't give a fuck who it is. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes, you know, Busta Rhymes is one of my most favorite, you know, rappers of all time. They turn around and say, "Oh, Busta Rhymes is gay." I'm like, okay. I mean, what else? There's nothing else you can do about it.
uh, the Diddy situation, man. That's crazy. I mean, they still ain't bring up Jeffrey Epstein and his girlfriend.
Oh, it's
They
like
still,
it basically they took the whole Diddy thing and now they're you know it's like they're trying to keep your attention off of Epstein.
yeah, it's like you hiding something.
Yeah, yeah,
But you also notice the news never brought up the that situation that's going on, like you said, in Palestine.
yeah. They don't talk about nothing about it.
Uh-huh.
I mean they do, but they're talking about you know now they're talking about Iran and Israel. They don't talk about Palestine no more. But then you know you got other people talking about you know there's a mainstream media, the news, and then there's a news that no one they're not trying to push. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got people like Newsmax, Breitbart, um, it's called Epic News, and one other one. But they're basically like reporting the news that you're not seeing on the mainstream like Fox. You're not seeing on CNN. You're not seeing, you know what I'm saying? You're not seeing on Reuters and all that. These other guys are reporting that there's aid, trucks of aid coming in to Gaza, to Palestine. But Hamas, the organization, they're actually taking over those trucks. And what they're doing, instead of giving this free aid to the Palestinian people, they're taking these trucks and they're taking the aid and selling it to the Palestinian people.
Stay scheming.
For real. So if they already don't, if you already don't have money, how do you afford the aid?
That would sound like the root here, everything, the money situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel sorry for anything over the world. Like, you know, America is the greatest country. Goddamn it, we can go do whatever and shit. And some people still living like the old days, and like how history tell us. And then you go. I ain't never. I've been a criminal so goddamn long. My ass ain't never left the country, but to Mexico.
Okay, for instance, you got. It's just talking about here in America, right? Like, because this is why I don't think that we should be worried about other shit in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
because our country still has some shit we need to get fixed.
Yeah.
For instance, if we're talking about Flint, Michigan, then that whole all their water system or whatever, getting that shit fixed. And I think at this point, it's already been fixed or it's on its way to being fixed, something like that. But you got people, you got states in small towns like in Mississippi.
Yeah. Back home with my family and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Jackson, Mississippi,
That shit
and
going on in Jackson. Yep.
where their water, their drinking water is not in operable order. You got what? There's another city. I think it's also Jackson too. There's one city, and then these black Trump supporters were walking through it, and it was dead. Like there's nobody in the town, and it's because people are moving out. Like people are abandoning their houses to move into towns with better water, and something else was going. Something else
If
going
you
on.
got there in the country, sometimes them houses, it's going. Like I said, it's like they minimum wage like $8.50 or some shit like that. So it's like really, it's people don't have no funds to rebuild their house, and then when you go to the bank, they're denying you.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do? You gonna have to abandon your house, and you still own the land. You just abandon that and go live somewhere else. Like you said, well, it's better to live when you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and you ever notice when you was out there in the South? Cause you was in Louisiana before too, huh?
Yeah.
You ever notice there wasn't no apartments in the country? You ever thought about that? All that driving you was doing, all that, you noticed there was never no apartments
That's
over
true. That's true. Because I remember, like, I lived in a town called Leesville, and Leesville, very small town, but you're surrounded by other small towns, right? So you had Leesville, which is your biggest town because of the army base, but then you had a town called New Lano, and New Lano is probably no bigger than Bermuda Dunes.
there. Mm.
You know what I mean? Bermuda Dunes where Cannabis Swing was at, like no or no bigger than actually New Lano is about half the size of Sun City Palm Desert.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and
That's small.
you literally had just businesses and a couple apartment buildings and maybe a few houses.
And that was it.
That was it. And then you had behind behind Fort Polk where I was stationed at, there was a town called Hicksville. You don't want to go there as a black person.
Just in the name, I let alone the name. When you say
Yeah,
Hicks,
yeah. And that's where the local KKK. That's where they live
in Hicksville.
in Hicksville. Just like okay, well, I mean, yeah, say that the name is a warning already. You know what I mean?
The name don't sound appealing to me at all.
And then yeah. Anyway, so you're right. You don't see a lot of apartment buildings in the middle of the country. You see it. You see just a bunch of houses, a lot of land. And you know what? The crazy thing out there is, it's not like California where there's a sign for, like, oh, for sale, X amount of land. Woo. You don't have a bunch of signs like that out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked about it is you can go anywhere, and it might be private property, but then they don't really care. You know what I mean? Unless they really don't want you there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're out in the middle of nowhere, middle of a field, you ain't got no rifle on you. You're not. You're just kind of hanging out, enjoying the nature. A lot of people in Louisiana were like, okay, cool, no problem. But there are certain people that don't want you around. See that you're not a threat, but then there's, oh, what are you doing on my property type shit. I just don't want you to make up every excuse. I don't want you to fuck around my property. I don't want you to, like. So you just walk away. I was never the type of person to want to challenge people. Why do you believe that? You know what I mean? Nah, I don't give a fuck. This is your land. I'm moving. But motherfuckers, oh, I miss Louisiana, bro. I don't give a fuck what people say. Remember when that DJ's Louisiana Kitchen?
Yeah.
When he came by, he was from
Food truck. You talking about the food truck?
Yeah. And he was from Lake Charles, Louisiana, where I wanted to go to when I first came to Coachella Valley. I didn't mean to stay here this long, and I only came because my mom was out here for a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to move out to Lake Charles because it's not too far from New Orleans, but it's it's right off the 10 freeway. It would have just been perfect for me to move out there, and then anytime I wanted to come back to California, just hop on that 10 and come back home.
Ain't gotta change. Ain't gotta switch no freeway.
Nope,
Straight.
straight. And it'll take about a day or two, but whatever. A lot of times you just stop into small towns anyway along the 10. You got Houston, well, not small towns obviously, but you pass through like Houston, you pass through San Antonio, and so on and so forth. Las Cruces, New Mexico, and but yeah, no, that's what I want to do. But according to the DJ, he was like, "You right now, you would not want to be there. Like it's just the crime got so bad. Like it's just everything's so horrible now. And Lake Charles at one point was just a small town. It was like literally just right off the 10. People would go there instead of going straight to New Orleans.
But then you looking from a person that's from their standpoint, then because I could say the same thing back in my home. If I would go to Wisconsin, oh this, and this. But you coming there as a person that's not from around there, they're not really gonna bother you at all because you're doing your thing. They ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's inner city. Inner city have issues too. Inner city have, that's what most of the people get away with shit as in inner cities.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind moving to Wisconsin. Shit. Send me to Eau Claire. Send me, let me, I don't know if my uncle still owns his house in Barron, but send me to Barron. Fuck, because I love the small town feel. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of this big city shit. India's turning into a big city now too. Like everybody's coming here for Coachella Fest and Stagecoach. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Like, there's too many people trying to come here now because it was so cheap at one point.
Man, now it's getting higher though.
Huh?
It's getting higher. Them houses are getting higher.
Yeah, well, here you can't find anything less than 400,000.
Exactly. I remember I was looking last year. You can find something at 250, 350, and then now it's like, ooh.
Oh, you got a couple out here now. One of the houses is I think it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's fairly small, but the backyard looks pretty big. My only thing with the backyard is that they put all gravel in the back. I don't understand why they did that shit.
Oh yeah,
But thing is, it's starting out like I think it's at like at 420, 425. I'm like, why? And then you're still in an HOA, which my HOA sucks. Like I got a pool, and my wife and I are gonna start playing pickleball soon on a tennis court, and
you got all that, but yeah, you're gonna keep getting higher and higher and higher.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's another house. Oh, down the street, at the end of my street here. There was a Cathedral City police officer that used to live there, and he's selling the house. So, and that's the reason why I like that house is because I can park my car correctly on the driveway. My house, like, hold on, Johnny's here.
But here's Johnny.
Say hi.
What's up, boss?
What's up, Wade?
How you doing?
I'm not boss on this podcast. I'm King Kushy. All right, we got our first guest, Johnny, on here. Here's Johnny. Yeah, boy. What's up, man? What y'all on?
Nah, he doesn't have to, well, now he works at a pizza place. So he works at NYPD in Palm Springs.
Well, that sounds like the police department. Boy,
yeah, New York pizza delivery.
Yeah, they boy, I would never ate there. It's the NYPD. I would be like, ooh, I didn't know they had a little office out here.
Well, they have pizza options like what's the name of the homicide?
Felony, homicide.
The felony.
Misdemeanor.
Yeah.
That's funny. But I won't eat there. Fuck you. Be mad as hell. Incarceration? Nah, I don't want the incarceration piece of that.
They go, here, nigga, we got one for you. Just put your face up on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Two of the things he named I've been through. I got that damn felon, shit, misdemeanor, damn. All he need is the criminal piece of everything on it.
Yeah.
Felony.
He said that's the felony.
That's the felony. That's fucked up. That is that's funny though.
Yeah, so he doesn't usually go into work until like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And
So,
I take my tips home. I can't get fired for that.
Yeah, like Ray did, huh?
yeah. So just for the podcast backstory, I got fired from being a bud tender because I was taking home my tips. And let's be honest, a lot of people while we're watching, it's like, whoa, it's your tips. Why can't you take your home tips home? But when you're selling cannabis, it's a whole different situation.
It's not at all stores. It was just that our store, the one that's being run, it has to be tips included and shit. They take your tips, and then all the leads get a 20% off your tips. So you paying the leads also their tips. So
yeah. But see, ultimately, at the end of the day, people got to know that when why am I getting feedback?
What?
I think we need to start doing our shit with the headphones.
Okay. Let me see. Let me take it off the computer. That's probably what it was.
Oh, it's feedback from the computer?
Yeah, I gotta let me sleep it real quick. You got feedback now?
I don't know. No, I'm good.
Okay.
So, just to set the record straight, my boy Kushy over here did not fire me from Cannabis 21 Plus. In fact, it wasn't anyone from the shop that wanted me fired. It was corporate office, or quote unquote corporate office.
Yeah. It was really the Paycheck Flex. When they put it on Paycheck Flex, that's when they was like, oh, he doing that, it's terminated. You gotta get out of here. He can't be staff. That's considered staff. Mm-hmm. And it was like, damn. Well, and there was really, if they would have did an investigation, there was nothing on camera or anything else. It was just one person word saying that. And I ain't had no, like if they would have asked me, I'm like, this is my first time hearing it. So I don't even know what you're talking about. I can ask them when I get there. Yeah. And if you would have said no, I would have believed you. You would have been like, no. But you just honest to say, yeah, I did it. And then I want to call and I can't even get mad at you. He was like, I want to get coffee in the morning, goddamn it. And then like you actually like, I ain't needed to put no gas and nothing. No. I just want to get some goddamn coffee.
No. I mean, so for those of you watching this, to attest to my honesty, I never lied. I never had to lie, especially to my boy. I never had to lie because why? Like, what was the point? But then at the same time, if you go to my YouTube videos, guys, and you see the playlist that says "Fuck Skinny Vinny," that's the whole point. Skinny Vinny was the reason why I got fired. Yeah, my actions obviously got me there, but he didn't have to do what he did to get me to get to that point.
No, yeah, he the one who he just wrote you up. He wrote you up on it, and the writer was consistent in termination, and that's what it was.
The funny thing is, I when you write someone up, you have to present it to that person that you're writing up.
That's true, but the way okay, so you know how it works. Like damn well HR ain't worth a damn. So he wrote it instead of HR actually sitting down and even talking to you, because even when you try to talk to him, he just ignored you.
Yeah. So shout out, and you ain't trying to say it. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Troy. What's Troy's last name?
Miller.
Shout out to Troy Miller in San Diego. Yeah, you suck at your HR job, which is your only job. You ain't got nothing else to do. It's not like you're out there, you're not training nobody. You're the only HR person. And it's not like you're, there's a lot of HR people out there that do a whole lot more than you do. You got one job. You can't do that. You can't even put in my W-4 correctly. You couldn't even put. There's a time where I wasn't even in the system yet, and I had already been working there for a couple months. So yeah, Troy Miller, San Diego, California, you suck. And I mean, we already know you suck.
You stupid.
You play with the balls too sometimes, but you suck at your job. No, you ain't gotta say nothing because I know you still trying to save face. I don't want to put you in that situation, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put myself in that situation. I don't care.
As you've done 100 times already.
Yes, and I'll keep doing it because now I'm not even like I wouldn't want to work there anymore. You're not there no more, and as much as I I care about my boy. Let's just.
Marino.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't trying to say his name. My redheaded nephew. Like I don't have any desires to want to go work because why? Yeah, my best friend here used to work there and he don't work there no more. You know what I mean? Like that was all of our dynamic. Even he would say once Cannabis 21 got rid of me, y'all didn't have a good vibe.
When it got rid of you, it was just that energy was definitely gone. The liveliness was gone. I mean, it just had even having Rocky there. Like at the end of the day, the energy was up.
Yeah.
When it came, people coming in, it was positive spirits, talking to great people, giving great advice, smiling, making people laugh. Because even Rocky would do that, say something crazy, not really nothing crazy, but just be like, "Hey, come over here! I got the best weed in the shop." This and put on his car salesman voice.
Yeah.
And be like, and then you do the same thing. You put on your radio voice, your podcast voice, and you get to talking to people, and you get to mingling with them. And then it just went from that. It was after that, it was no older people left, really. If you think about it, after that, it was just young.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it became high school. Even though it was trying to get away from people acting like that, because you had other people coming in, get fired, rehire, and get fired again. And
Shout out Daryl. Shout out to Daryl.
Hey, doing one of these episodes where we discuss the shops, it's gonna be hard for you to just be shouting out names.
I'll put my microphone on mute.
Yeah,
hey, are you gonna see me lip like?
He said, "Shout out to Darrell."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, let's see how that. His real name is Darrell. It was spelled Darrell. It's Darrell. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're half Samoan. You're Darrell with your big ass fro and your big ass no neck. He don't wear no necklace. He wears a headless.
Yeah. How many times I call him no neck? I just probably say that
almost every day. For like 10 times a day almost.
Like, you know what, man? Fuck it. He was always trying to roast. You cannot roast. Let's get it.
Well, he's also high half the time on mushrooms and shit.
Yeah.
Dry ass mushrooms on top of that. I seen him one time. He did a video and it's like he's putting a Rice Krispie treat in his fucking mouth. It was a mushroom.
He put on Instagram. He put that shit on Instagram, and then talking about try to come to work and say he got a headache. And like, can I go home? Yep, you can go home right now for good. Don't come back tomorrow or the next day. But now, do
you remember that one guy, that one kid that first started? I think he started like right before I did, and he was a limo driver at one point, and then he really wanted a job there, and then Javier, was it Javier?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, my sciatica hurts. I'm going home."
Yeah. I need to talk about Javier.
And then then he was like, he kept calling you, "Hey, how come I'm not on a schedule or what?" Something like that. He was like trying to figure out when he's supposed to come back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
never.
Not.
There's no. He didn't make it through training. Remember the first day his uncle truck broke down. He had to go help him jump it or some shit like that. And then the next day he just called out. And the third day he said he came in and mopped him. Was like, oh, my sciatica's hurting now. I was like, all right. I got something for your sciatica too. You ain't got no schedule.
Got you a couch.
Yeah, go rest. Go get well. Go get well.
Go get well, not come back.
Not coming. You're not coming back, buddy. Yeah, he was one. It's so many people there. That's crazy.
The funniest moment I remember is when you had just fired Earl, or what's his name? That one black guy that he thought. Oh, great. Hold on, my wife's calling me. Hey, babe.
Alright, what did they do?
I'm over here talking to Nick and on FaceTime.
Oh, Nick Smith?
Yes.
Okay. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Love to buy. Damn, one after the other. First, I got. Hey, his ringtone back here. Tick tick, tick tick.
Yeah, tell you gotta put that on mute.
It sounds like someone's hitting him
I'm
up
not
on.
working right now. I got my phone. I'm not working. I got my phone.
Hey, we at work. You can't be on your phone, man. That's the write up.
Yeah, I found out that not everybody works on averages.
Yeah, here you go.
I would different shops in the valley. Not nobody does averages.
Nah, we're the only one. Well, no, you just sell. Well, I said from the beginning, if it had to be with just coming in and just selling, we would be the best shop. When you come, you got to be an average. Because when it comes to personality, I hire everybody who had great personality. Everybody except Johnny. Johnny's just in the corner like,
Yeah.
what you need? Nah, but Johnny was supposed to be delivery. So really, the plan was we're supposed to get some good cars. We end up with them two bullshit cars, the PT Cruiser and the Ford Focus. And the AC don't work. It's 100 in hell. Ain't nobody finna be driving around the desert at 100 in hell. And especially not me, because I'm just gonna complain to bitch the whole time. But you gonna have to hear what I gotta say. You just gonna be mad at me. So nah, that ain't gonna work. So he was supposed to be the delivery driver. If that really happened, he wouldn't ever been a bud tender. We made him a bud tender because there wasn't no deliveries coming in.
Yeah.
So it's like, what you gonna do? Sit around wipe? Because remember, he was wiping glass down there first.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where it was like, how much glass can Johnny wipe? I mean, he done did it for 4 hours straight.
I mean, he could have opened up the display cases and wiped from the inside.
Yeah, but then sure. And just, but he could have, like, he still did everything you think about. So it's like just time to let him bud tend.
Yeah.
Let him bud tend, and when a delivery come in here, take off. But even then, you know, some people that worked there had to make it high school.
Yeah.
Johnny doing this, Johnny doing that. I don't give a damn if he going on. What if he going on a delivery? Let him go. Because when I'm going on delivery, I'm stopping getting some food. Don't. What's the point of me rushing back?
Yeah.
I'm a delivery guy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yeah. My favorite thing is to show up to work with no gas in the car. I gotta go get gas. That means I get to stop it. That means I get to stop at the store, right? I get snacks. They can't tell you. Can't tell me I can't get no gas.
I think that's what tripped me out the most, though, about the owners at Cannabis 21 Plus and how they, you know, they get them shitty ass cars, AC not working, you know what I mean? But then there's a camera inside to say what you're doing in the car.
You gotta have that automatically installed in the cannabis delivery.
I get it. Yeah. Have all that, but there should be, you know, shit that it doesn't make it difficult to make a delivery. I'm not opening a window to get some cool air in the middle of July. You know, it's 122 degrees outside, and you know there's more cooler air coming from outside than inside the car. That's just that's not. That's
that
not
wasn't
kosher.
right.
Like you have to sweat your ass off and get and then work up a sweat in order for you to get the cool air to hit you. That's not.
Man, it'll get cut on. It's like you could better go warm the car up and put it on cool and wait for the cooler to jump in, then go and do your delivery.
That's what I'm saying.
But even then, you got to turn the car.
You go through all that, and then you know, so you're gonna do delivery. That's why you allowed him to take his own car to deliver, right? Because I mean, it was just easier that way anyway.
Yeah, I mean, why make him suffer in the car that's gonna make him it don't, and then it's like, can I take my own car? Yeah, go for it, because at least your AC kicking, and you ain't gotta worry about driving in this car, and then by the time you get there, the AC cut on, and you get back in the car, and then by the time you get to the shop, it cuts on, and you just walk in like you played a basketball game.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody gonna treat you like you stink.
Or in Johnny's case, he walked like a quarter mile.
Yeah, let you slide. All the way to it.
He dragging that leg over.
Deion Sanders steps coming in.
Oh man.
Come
on.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, they didn't do that right. So it's just how to me, every shop that doesn't have an average. I mean, people gonna come in and buy something. Your thing is to give them the best customer experience and the best bang for their buck.
Yeah.
I always understood cannabis was quantity versus quality. Some people gonna want quality, some people gonna want quantity. You just gotta know the customers.
Yeah.
The rule of three. That's why the rule of three was cool. You can still use that if you work somewhere else because you're trying to figure out the customer. Once you know who your customer is, and they always coming in for a pre-roll. Here you go. There you go. Here you go. I know what you want. So you have that base. But sometimes with Cannabis 21 is sales. Sale. You 70 years old and you coming in here, you trying to make a 70-year-old woman spend $70. She on a fixed income.
Yeah.
She ain't got time to be spending $70 every time she come in here. Then she ain't gonna be able to pay her bills.
Yeah. Now you got Johnny's like, who's that guy? Octavio?
Yeah, Octavio with them boots.
You don't like Mexicans? I don't like your boots.
You can tell that story, but that day he pissed me off. So it was a customer in there, too, a married couple in there that was about 70, 75 years old. They was coming there every Monday, every Wednesday they was coming in. And they would both spend like $300-400 each. But they want certain shit. And at that time you gotta do the transfer and run around the store.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm somebody else was running around the store for him. And I seen Octavio and I was like, the pre-roll guy, okay. And I was pulling some stuff out from the bag. I forgot who was helping. And somebody else was helping somebody else. And Octavio just walked up to them and was like, man, I got to go to work. And I just get this pre-roll. Y'all taking up too much time. And they was just like, hey, don't talk to them like that. Like, first of all, don't talk to no customer inside here unless it's friendly. Don't try to argue. I don't like the way you park. Don't do none of that inside the shop. This is a friendly environment. This is not going to be no argument. So they was like, oh, he's rude. So I was like, Octavio, you can wait. And then he looked at me and he was mad. I just need the pre-roll. I said, I don't care. When you come in, you wait your turn. You have to wait.
Mm.
I mean, granted, we had to serve a right amount of people for the right customers because it was never too busy. And then when it was getting a little busy, it was easy to do the job. The problem that was the damn transfers. That's the one thing I hated too. But they eliminated that now. So you ain't got to do no transfers. But yeah, then when he came back, I just said, I'm finna ban Octavio. I'm just not finna keep doing it because he always come in and he got a beef with me, not nobody else. Yeah. Every time he see me, he want to meet mommy. Like I said, I don't know what someone said to him in Spanish. I don't know. But his beef is with me. So I was like, I guess he don't know who the fuck I am. I told everybody, I better let Octavio know. I'll ban him. Y'all better let him know in Spanish, like, man. Because every time I tell him, he act like he don't know what I'm saying. Y'all better let him know he'll never come back again.
Yeah.
So when he did it that day, I was like, okay, I'm going to ban him. It just so happened I was sitting by the door when he walked in. Nah, you can't come in here no more. He got mad. That's when he was like, oh, no, fuck you. You just don't like Mexicans. That has nothing to do with it. Look at my staff that I hired in Palm Desert. It's 90% Mexicans. So what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I just like I got a problem with Mexicans. Nah.
I remember that day too, because when you guys were outside, right away, what's her name, Drea, she comes out, Ray, go get Nick. I'm like, the fuck I'm gonna do?
No, I wasn't gonna do. No, I did.
What the fuck I'm gonna do? But it's ultimately at the end of the day, it's like he would not take a hint. Like you're not. I mean, even Jessica was out there trying to tell him you're not allowed in here. That's just it.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You can't. Not after you did what you keep doing. You keep coming in, being rude, skipping the line, like trying to make a point. Like you know, I'm this. Hey man, don't do that. And I tell them all the time, stop doing that.
Yeah.
You know, don't do that to no customers. You wait your turn. And if you here on lunch with your 10-minute break, that's not the dumbest time to go get weed. Like you got a 10-minute break. You supposed to have your weed already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you coming in and then you in a rush because you got to hurry up and get back to work.
Yeah.
You wasting time.
But I remember that all that confrontation, and all of a sudden he's the one calling the cops. Come to find out he's not even him. Like, how you gonna call the cops on someone and then kind of find out your ID doesn't match you? That's not your real ID.
So
You know?
hear what so like hear what racism plays a part. Not that he called me a nigger or anything. The fact that he thought that since I'm black that he can call the police on me and he's not even a legal immigrant.
Yeah.
Where in your great right mind were you illegal and you gonna call the police on me when I'm telling you can't come into a business which I have all rights to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you come and they're like, that's not even his name. What? So now you've been falsifying your documents coming into the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it was Fernando that let him in because he's asked, you know me, if it's a passport, yeah, if it's legit, yeah, that's because security guards are checking.
Yeah.
So, but it ain't even his real name.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be like a year older than me, but he looked at least 15 years older than me.
Yeah, he was older than what it was. It was just like, okay, you know, I seen him about 4 or 5 times after that.
At the liquor store.
Yeah, at the liquor store. And he'll look the opposite direction like he don't see me. And I just be like, bruh, anybody can recognize that bald head anywhere. But now I just roast him when he was like, you don't like Mexican people? No, I don't like your boots, sir. I don't like your pants. I don't like the sweat that's dripping off your bald head. That's you. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's just you, sir.
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right.
So, it's the Kings of Troof podcast. It's your boy King Churro.
And King Kushy.
And thank you for watching. As I say in all my YouTube videos, remember that you're loved and remember to be great every day because tomorrow's never promised. Now we're going to come up with our own shit, but you know, I think that's for the first episode. Those are some good parting words to leave our audience with. And till next time, y'all. Thank you for watching.